This is King Noble Black Supremacy. And with this particular video, I want to speak on Trump's transgender military ban, saying transgenders can no longer fight in the United States military. He just came out with that all of a sudden. I want to expose how this transgender military ban exposes the deception, the deceptiveness, and the fundamental flaw of the American system. I got to go in on that. It's deceptive because here it is, you see Trump holding up the LGBT flag. You saw him saying it's okay during his campaign for transgenders to use either washroom in the Trump's establishments or Trump hotels. He didn't have a problem with non-gender washrooms. So you see him cooning, and people are strange that cooning can be applied to white people just for the vote, just trying to get the vote and try to get the support. So he deceived people, and it was the system and how we elect these officials, the method and the system of electing people leaves room for this deception. It allows this deception to exist. It's a part of it. Run for office, deceive as many people as you can. Whoever deceives the most people is the ones who get in office. So the system inherently supports a certain type of deception. He could deceive people, act like he support their agendas for to get in office, and then not. This deception is allowed. But the real flaw, though, deals with the illusion of progress in America. We believe in change. See, Obama gave you change you could believe in his last term in office. But in America, you really cannot believe in change, because change is only temporary, which proves that our ancestors in the civil rights movement and a lot of people fought for nothing, because the system can change. Things can change overnight and go back to the way they were before we fought and before we struggled. There is no such thing as permanent or constant change in America. The way the system is rigged, it all can be undone. So if we're not fighting to overthrow the system, then we can expect no real permanent change. We get a temporary appearance of change, which is really a deceptive tactic for the elite to stay in power, give you the illusion that things are going your way to kind of make you feel better, make you more passive, make you more docile, make you lay down and go along with things. And then as soon as you go to sleep and you feel comfortable, they re-implement everything that you fought against, everything that you stood against, every change that you felt like represented significant change in this country will be reversed. Until this system is destroyed, there will be no real change in America. It all can go back. Everything is reversible within 4 years. Everything. Give it 4 years and everything will be reversed again. The system is fundamentally flawed in that way. That there's no such thing as progress. Now, I'm not saying transgenders in the military represents progress in America. But it's not just about my opinion. For some people, transgenders in the military was a very progressive idea. And Obama helped them with that idea. And they made progress. But then you look up, and that progress was immediately reversed. And one man can get in office and go against an entire group of people and set their progress all the way back. One man can just get on Twitter or sign some executive order to undo all that they consider to be progress. And the system allows for that. Impermanence. No real change can happen until a system like that is destroyed, where either people either stand for something or they don't. It can't be so temporal, so ephemeral or whimsical, depending on who's in office or what group is in power. Even the idea of human rights is a whimsical idea based on a political construct we live in. Because how we view and approach human rights, or what we legislate based on human rights in this country, can change just like that, as though it never even existed. The only thing that is remaining in this country through the perpetuation of this legal system is the control and rule by the elite. That's the only consistent factor, the 1%, through any of the changes that I made back and forth. This system is fundamentally flawed in that way. You cannot have any progress if it can be immediately reversed, if there's nothing to hold that progress in place. It then becomes an illusion of progress, the appearance of progress. Obamacare, many saw that as progress. He seeks to reverse it. Dakota Pipeline stopped. We felt like we were starting having reverence and respect for Native American and indigenous people in this country. Obama comes in and put the pipeline right back. This is why the system has to be destroyed. Because even if it pretends like it does not directly support white supremacy, that it does not directly support bigotry, Islamophobia, sexism, racism, even though it pretends like it does not support these things, it has the mechanism to allow these individuals to get in office, to get in position, to reverse or to implement bigotry, racism, sexism, Islamophobia. There's a space to allow these types of ideas and policies to be implemented within this country. Until that mechanism is destroyed, we will continue to live in a very destabilized social and political situation in this country. Because they capitalize off destabilization. They use the instability to their own advantage. And they have the average people running back and forth, running amok, struggling, while they just sit back and look at it all like a football game. They look at it like Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, not really taken serious at all. This is why the system itself must be destroyed, because inherent within it, the potential for things to totally regress never disappear. They're there. Donald Trump is regressing. Progress is relative. But in this country, we're starting to see that it does not stand for anything. And the card that just keeps coming up most The cards that just keep coming up the most in this country is racism, sexism, bigotry, homophobia, Islamophobia. Those are the cards that just keep coming up the most. And they play off our illusion of progress or our desire for change within a system that itself is built on impermanence. Impermanence is the nature of the system. So it plays off our desires for utopias and a better world and make America great again. But even if you made America great again, within the next 4 years, it could be changed by one executive order of a flawed system. With one bigot, one sexist, one racist, one homophobic, one Islamophobic person in power to reverse all of the humanitarian ideas that human beings in this country stand for. That shows that the system is fundamentally flawed, that you cannot have social change until you change a system that makes room for human injustice, human disregard, human disrespect, human degradation. Leaves the door open, leaves the office open for that. The Constitution is not enough. It's too speculative, too left open for interpretation. A document that could be so easily manipulated. It's not enough. The system is fundamentally flawed. It must end, it must be destroyed if you want change. No permanent or long-lasting change will happen within this system of white supremacy. This is King Noble Black Supremacy. Join my website, www.kingnobleuncensored.com. Subscribe to my new YouTube page right now. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell so you get notifications when new videos come out immediately. Subscribe to me on Instagram. King Noble Uncensored. .c.o.m. Black Supremacy.